Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome, welcome. My name is Georgia. So we are going to do a recap and a review of Belle Collective Season 5, Episode 4, titled Too Legit to Quit. So, remember the last episode we left off where they were at the park for Willie's party, and we had Letitia getting really upset because Marie and Latrice did not want to talk to each other. We had Marie and Pambra not wanting to talk to each other. So Letitia got really upset because she's like, how are we going to be a collective if you guys aren't willing to speak? So she was crying, and that's where we left off the last episode. So we open up with them still talking. We still have Letitia upset. She tells the ladies that they can't have pockets of conversation happening, that they really all need to get together to actually talk to each other. And with that said, Letitia pulls Latrice to the side to have a conversation. So I'm like, you're really contradicting yourself. If you just said less than a second ago, let's not have pockets of conversation, why are you doing that? So she pulled Latrice to the side. So like, Latrice, I'm closest to you and Marie, and I want you guys to actually talk and stuff. And Latrice is like, girl, I love you, but it's not going to happen. And you better stop crying because there's nothing for you to be crying about. So that's how they ended the scene right there. They're like, come on, let's go. It's getting dark. Let's go home and stuff. So, all right. With that scene now, she was saying that, they have family problems that are bigger. And I believe Latrice said, my friendship with Marie is dead, so don't even try to resurrect it because it's not going to happen. So now we have the next scene. We have Marie and her cousin Nettie meeting up for like a shake or smoothie or whatever. Remember when she had her other two cousins come visit her in the park when she was with her daughter and her grandson, and they were saying that they were going to have a party, but Netta don't know if she wants you to come. So she's meeting up Netta to find out what is the problem with you and I, either Nettie or Netta, I'm not sure. So from what I gather from that conversation, Netta wants money and she wants Marie to just give it to her, and she don't work for it. So that's Marie asks her, she's like, I'm gonna give you the 3 bands, whatever the 3 bands are needed for. I'm gonna give you the 3 bands and you do what with it, but are you gonna come work it off at the center? And she's like, well, if you gonna give me the money, I'll take it, but I'm not gonna work for it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And Marie was like, all right, I'm gonna give you the money, but I don't understand why you upset with me. And Nettie is going to tell her that, oh, you think you're better than us. Marie feels that she has put on her family as much as she can. She can't just keep giving her money because, remember, she's ill. She don't know how much, what issues she's gonna face. She can't just be giving her money like that to her family. If you want a job, I got one for you, Marie said. She's like, she have how many different, how many methadone clinics she has that she could have them working in other businesses. But Nettie just wants, in my opinion, from what I'm getting from that, Nettie just wanted Marie to hand her money and don't ask for it back. It's not about to, you're not about to get it back. She tell Marie that she's too busy for them, the family. Like, she invites her to things and she don't come, and Marie like, girl, I'm working. This money don't just come. We got to work to get it. But I felt that they left that meeting not solving anything. So I don't know if we're going to meet again. Marie tried her best to talk to her. She's like, what's your problem with me? Nettie is like, you're too busy for the family. You don't come to family functions. She's like, we have your daughter and your grandson. You have relatives they haven't met and so on and so forth. I don't know how they're going to work it out, but they seem to have an issue. And Marie was like, I'm going to give you the money. And she invited her to the grand opening of the new clinic in Mississippi. And she didn't say whether she was going to come or not, but she extended the invitation. All right, so that was it with that scene. Then we have Selena and her daughters. They're shopping. There's her daughter is about to have another baby, and they're shopping for dresses for the baby shower and stuff. And Selena told her, listen, I know there's some tension between us and, your dad and his new wife. She's like, I want you guys, don't worry about me being friends with them or anything. I know there's a court case going on, but I want you guys to actually have a relationship with your father. So, you know, they shopped around a little bit. They just touched on that real quick. And the girls really didn't answer. They just listened to their mother and stuff. So they're taking their cues from their mom. But JJ is upset. JJ is drawing boundaries and making sure that his new wife is respected. So I think the ball is in his court as to whether they're going to actually talk. But according to Gucci, she tried to get JJ to talk to his daughters and build back the relationship without her even being in it, just the him and them. And she said he's stubborn, he's not about to. So JJ is putting his foot down. Tired of the same old styles? Ready to make waves with your wardrobe? Welcome to Touch Me Textures, where bold meets beautiful and every piece is designed to turn heads. Our collections are all about textures that feel as good as they look. From flowy dresses to eye-catching accessories, we've got everything you need to express your style your way. Find pieces that speak to you for every vibe, every adventure. And the best part? Our site makes it easy to shop and easy to fall in love with everything. So why wait? Dive into style that's uniquely yours at touchmetextures.com. Feel fabulous, look unforgettable. Click the link in the description to check out all we have to offer. All right, so we leave Selena there with her girls, and we have Akeisha, Gucci, JJ, and we have Willie doing FaceTime, and they're playing pickleball. Now, how Willie gonna do FaceTime play pickleball? I don't know, but Gucci said he gonna be here one way or another. Not Gucci, Akeisha said he gonna be here one way or another. Oh my God! So she got Willie on FaceTime. They're doing their little back and forth with the pickleball, and the way they're playing is that the instructor is being Akeisha's partner, and then we have Gucci and JJ partnering up. So they bounce the ball back a little bit. We hear Willie cheering his wife on over the phone, and then he tells Akeisha, then he tells Gucci that, girl, you got too much hair. That's what's in your way. Oh my God, he's so funny. So I think Akeisha called that meeting because she wanted to address something that happened where she tells them that, you know, she tells Gucci and JJ, even though they weren't at the party, that she invited Latrice and told Latrice to bring her +1, who she thought would be her husband. But Latrice called and told her that he couldn't make it, so therefore she's gonna bring Selena. And being that Gucci and JJ weren't gonna come, she's like, all right, bring her. But just, you know, in the future, if you know, because of the legal situation, in the future, if I invite you somewhere and you know that Gucci and JJ are gonna be there, Selena, you know, can't come because we don't want no problems. So they talked about that for a little bit. They try to talk about the family being split and stuff, and according to Akeisha, she's like, there's a lot more here that we're not hearing, so therefore I'm gonna step back, exit stage left, let you guys deal with your family issues, and then we'll come back together when we need to. All right, so that's that scene. I think Akeisha handled that very well. She don't want any kind of misinterpretation, no arguments, no behind the back, like why she invited Selena knowing that they're gonna be, she didn't want none of that, so she makes sure she handled it right then and there. So that was the scene with them. Now we have Glenn and his cousin. He went over to his cousin's house, who has a pond in his backyard. I'm guessing that's a catch and release pond because his cousin was like, all right, come on, let me show you how to fish. According to Glenn, he used to be a big fisherman back in the days. He used to feed his family with fishing, but now he can't even hold the rod straight. And he don't want to touch no slimy fish no slimy worm to actually bait the line to catch the fish. So they did that for a little while, and they didn't catch nothing. They sat down there drinking, and he's getting his advice from his cousin. It seems like he values the advice. So he tells his cousin he wants to come off the water. He don't want to be a longshoreman anymore. He wants to come in and start a different business. And his cousin is like, so what you want to do? He said he want to do box trucks logistics, and I think that's a great idea. Not over the road like long haul logistics, but box trucks like within the surrounding cities, within the surrounding states. He wants to be able to operate truck and have a trucking business, and I think he would do very well if he started. And I hope he does start it. He said he know he have the loads out there that he could fill the trucks with, and he wants to come home and be there more for his wife and his son. So his cousin, encourages him. He said there will be pitfalls and challenges in being an entrepreneur, and yes, there is. There's always something, and it may not go the way you want to, but you gotta hang in there and get it done. His cousin used an analogy, says a steady drop of water will change the shape of a rock. He's like, come on back and be that steady drop of water for your family and make sure. He's like, I know you always provide. You've been a great provider. You've made sure your family is good. So I have no problem with you knowing that you'll do well. And if you need help, I'm here for you. So he got the encouragement from his cousin. And I like that. Come on back, England. Come on back onto dry land. That way, what's his name won't call you and telling you things that your wife is doing at parties. So yeah, that was it with Glenn and his cousin. I didn't get his cousin's name. All right, now we have Marie and Essie, and that is a sad scene. We find out that Essie has lupus. Remember, Marie also has lupus, but she's been doing very well. Essie has lupus as well, and she got the news that over 50% of her lungs are not functioning properly. So she has been put on a list for a lung transplant. So we have Marie breaking down because she's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this business without you. We started this from the ground. You're my business partner, and I love you as a sister, and I can't think of you not being here. And Essie was like, girl, stop crying. You're going to be okay. And even if I'm gone, you're going to be okay. Don't worry about it. So she cried a little bit, and then she had to go back in. No, not a little bit, a lot. They had her bawling on the camera. I'm like, oh God, come on, Marie, get it together. Then they went back in and had a staff meeting, in preparation for the new building that's opening in Mississippi. She wanted to know how everything was going to be laid out, how we're going to do this. What's the next step? What's step 1, step 2, step to make sure that it was a smooth, grand opening. So with that, now we have Letitia comes. She said she had a doctor's appointment in the area and she just wanted to come over and talk to them. She said that she wanted to talk about what happened at the park, but after Essie told her, she's like, everybody looks so sad. What is happening? So after Essie told her what was happening, she backed off of that a little bit. And they talked about other things, but she didn't go too deep. And I think she's like, this is not the time or the place. So they didn't really talk about it there. So that was the visit with Marie and Essie and Letitia. So now we're getting to meet somebody new. We have So Gucci. And as we know, So Gucci is a certified personal trainer. I think she has a gym at her house. So her friend Kim came over to, get a session in. And I think Kim kind of, set it up where she was being trained. But she said she came to check on her strong friend. She know that there's tension within the family. She haven't really seen her friend since they had the altercation at the wig party. And she just wanted to come and check on her to see how she's doing. We had So Gucci get a nice little cry in. When you cry, it cleanses and make you feel better. So with her true friend there, Kim, she was able to cry a little bit. And she tells her that, she's really trying to get JJ and the girls to talk. But JJ is very stubborn and she don't know what else she can do to push it. So Kim just encouraging her to just keep trying. Maybe he'll eventually agree to sit down and talk with the girls, You don't have to be there. Selena don't have to be there. Just him and the girls, and let them have a conversation. So I don't know if she's going to be able to talk to JJ and have it done. So then Kim also asked her about her daughter, Dee. You remember we had where in the past seasons, we have where Dee was telling the girls that they were being bullies to her and stuff like that. And they felt that they weren't. But we have So Gucci telling Kim that she think there's a mental issue going on with Dee, and she needs to check in on her daily, several times a day, to make sure she's good. So that's where we have it. So her friend encourages her, just take it one day at a time, do what you can, You know, nobody's checking on you, but I am. So, you know, just know that I'm here for you. And according to Gucci, she says she's taking care of everybody, and she doesn't have time for herself as far as making sure she's good. So hopefully things will turn around, things will work out. But I really hope that JJ and the girls, you know, have a chance to talk to each other. Tired of the same old styles? Ready to make waves with your wardrobe? Welcome to Touch Me Textures, where bold meets beautiful and every piece is designed to turn heads. Our collections are all about textures that feel as good as they look. From flowy dresses to eye-catching accessories, we've got everything you need to express your style your way. Find pieces that speak to you for every vibe, every adventure. And the best part? Our site makes it easy to shop and easy to fall in love with everything. So why wait? Dive into style that's uniquely yours at touchmetextures.com. Feel fabulous, look unforgettable. Click the link in the description to check out all we have to offer. Now we have Marie, Letitia, and So Gucci. She invited those two ladies to go to the grand opening of the treatment center in the treatment clinic in Mississippi. So they get in the car for the 1.5 hour ride. You know, they meet up at the office, and all three of them get in the car for the 1.5 hour ride. And they're just talking about family and stuff. You know, what's new with your family, what's going on with you and Glenn and the family and stuff like that. And Marie told them that she invited her cousins Nettie and Sue to come to the grand opening, and she wants to know if they're actually going to show up. So now they get there. Marie gives her speech. She gives a tour of the place. Nettie and Sue did not show up, but however, her dad and her brother and her daughter were there. So it's the opening of a methadone clinic in Mississippi. Has family support. You know, I guess there's heavy drug use in their area, and you know, they want to be there to actually help the community, because as you know, Marie's mom is suffering from drug abuse. So they talked about it. Her dad came in a little circle with them, and you know, he gave his speech about how proud he is of her daughter. And you know, her brother said what he had to say, and it was just nice to see. We had So Gucci crying a little bit, because she said it's just nice to see that you have the support that you do, while you know, my family and I are going through some stuff right now, and we just need to work it out. But it's just good to see the family support there. And like we said, Nettie and Sue were not there, so you know, there's some tension there, I guess, between Marie's close side of her family and her cousins that they need to work out. But I don't know how that's gonna be. Now, the last scene of the episode, we have Glenn and Letitia. She's taking him out to go see a piece of property. She said today's the only day that the realtor gave the okay, because what she wants to do is purchase this property and build a new house. And when they got there, Glenn was like, what are we doing here? I don't see nothing. All I see is a sign. She's like, well, this is the space I want to buy for our new house. He's like, nah, you gotta hold up on that, sis. He's like, no, not yet. You gotta wait. You gotta wait on that. And he's like, going forward, you gotta talk to me when you're doing stuff like this. You can't just make decisions and then tell me about it later. That's not how it works. Come on, allow me to be the man in the relationship. Allow to make me be the provider. So then Letitia's like, well, why are you behaving like this? Where all this coming from? So he turns around and tells her, listen, I quit my job. And she was like, what? What are you telling me right now? So, and that is where the episode ended. So yeah, Glenn is letting Letitia know he's quit his job. And I guess he's going to tell her what the new venture is. I mean, how about you ain't talk about this at home? You didn't tell your wife you want to come off the water? She didn't think it was strange that you're here longer than usual? No, actually he did tell her. I'm lying. There's a scene where he told her, listen, I'm thinking about quitting my job. And Tisha looked at him like, what? And then he said he expected her to be happy, to be joyful, because he's coming home and he's gonna be home more often. So then he told her, like, show me some sort of emotion. But she was just sitting there looking at him like, really? That's what you plan on doing? And then now he come out here and to this property, and he tell her fully that he quit his job. So yeah, I am looking forward to the next episode, because like I said, this is where it ended, where Tisha is like, I know you didn't. And I think according to the previews that I've seen, that, you know, she needs a procedure done, and he's the only one with the health insurance coverage to make sure that it gets done, or, you know, gets covered. And here it is, he quit his job. Like, how are we gonna do this? We got money out of pocket we don't have. So we'll see how things work out. So yeah, we're still slowly moving along with Belle Collective. It seems like the major thing right now is for Marie and the trees to talk. I thought we were gonna see Antoinette in this episode, but I think she's coming in the next one. So yeah, we're looking forward to all of these relationships that need to be mended, conversations that need to be had, people getting together to work things out. And I'm also looking forward to seeing Tambra's baby, if she's gonna show us the baby. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So yeah, guys, I will continue to recap and review as we go along. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel, make sure you like the video, and share this video if you wish, leave a comment if you wish. And until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye bye.